I'm kind of like scared of them banning TikTok because a lot of people said like a lot of information comes from this and like y'all want to take this away from us. Like come on. Because my thing is they want to ban TikTok. They want to ban TikTok because it spreads so much misinformation when y'all literally spread misinformation, and then once people call it out, it's misinformation. The thing is, we're not the past generations anymore where you could just lie to us and we don't question shit. Like maybe you could have got away with it with my grandma generation, maybe you could have got away with it with my mama generation, but you're not about to show some shit on the news and not have us not question it. And that's what scares them the most. They don't want us to like literally think for ourselves and like speak on shit.
And they don't want us to feel validation within our suspicions or in our questioning of the media. Hence why they want to take the community down and like take the TikTok algorithm away so that we don't feel that validation or feel like, oh, this person's puzzle pieces connect with mine.
It's not because like the misinformation is the truth and they don't want us to speak it. They don't want us to tell it. Freedom of speech my ass, bro. Even if y'all do ban this app, like let's keep it a buck. Our generation, when we like see news headlines, we don't go and think to ourselves like, "Oh my God, this is happening" and stuff like that. We're thinking, what they got up? Like, what's up? Like, what's really up? It's more to this, and you can't hide shit anymore. You can't let shit go past you because we're already tapped in and tuned in. This shit is beyond like what we can see and what we can like what's in front of us. We can feel when shit is off. So you might as well keep this app because niggas are gonna automatically still know when shit is up, especially if y'all try to do some bullshit right after the ban. We're gonna automatically know some shit is up because we already are hip to game. We've been put on game, and it's not even just something that we can just prove with our eyesight. we you can look at patterns and see when shit is up. You can feel when shit is up. This shit is a spiritual, like it's beyond. It's just you. It's not the same world. So you can't manipulate us anymore. So banning TikTok isn't gonna change shit. I remember when 2020 first hit and Coco came to town. Can't say it because censorship on YouTube. The first half of this video came from, TikTok. So I was on TikTok when I recorded that. So I just wanted to get a little bit deeper into the message when, on my YouTube channel. But yeah, no. I remember when Coco came to town in 2020. I was like 17. Um, I mean, I guess I have been watching Illuminati And a lot of people can say, like, he's just strictly for entertainment. But before, I want to say, like, he got bigger, he was like spitting facts. And he even predicted what was going to go down. So when they hit us with Coco, Coco, I remember this being in school. Like, I didn't watch the news. So when I first heard about Coco, it was in school. Everybody came there with face masks, wipes, and everything. And I was just thinking to myself, like, this is a bunch of bullshit. Turns out it was a bunch of bullshit. Not trying to downplay people's like experiences with Coco and like the passings of what happened, because let's be for real, all of that stuff, like all of that was planned. All of that was planned. Why do you think? Why do you think all of this stuff happens right when the year starts? Right when the year starts. God bless the people in California right now. God bless the people in LA specifically. God bless the people in New Orleans right now. God bless the people in Virginia. There's people in Virginia who do not have water. And I didn't know that until today. And it's not even on news. It's not even on news platforms. You have to learn stuff like that from content creators. And they wonder why we don't like mainstream media, is because it's so manipulated and it's so saturated with shit that we know. My thing is this, it's like it's getting harder to trick us. It's getting harder for them to manipulate and put whatever they want into the atmosphere. Everybody with a soul, with a human soul, can clearly feel that shit is up. And you mean to tell me that I should trust y'all with everything? That's the thing too. Somebody mentioned that like they want to like break all of this down in order to like swoop in and seem like they're like the saviors. Like they saved the day. And in actuality, they do that a lot, like just trying to manipulate us so they can control us. If something good happens, it's on them. If something bad happens, if we feel good, it has to come from what they did. If we feel bad, it has to come from what they did. That's basically what the news is. And that's basically what TikTok challenges. So when people like are so like when they really act like, oh, it's just an app, it's really not just an app.
It's a way of having our voices heard, really, and it's a way for us to actually speak our truth without being censored and without all this censorship that we're supposed to have in the United States of America, where freedom of speech is allowed, quote unquote. Yeah, whatever.
Literally a part of people's lives. People are making money off TikTok. People are finding communities onto TikTok. I remember when I first came onto TikTok, I first heard about it and it was some racist shit and I wasn't fucking with it. But then I gave it a try and I started to actually um you know, put myself out there, but like I just yeah, like I don't know what to say. I hope and I pray for the people who do have their businesses on TikTok. If you're watching this and you're like in disarray around the world, I hope and I pray for you. Like, you're in disarray because of what's going on in this world, what's going on primarily in the US right now. Well, and the things that's going on in the Middle Eastern, like, I just hope and I pray for you to find groundedness. I hope and I pray for you to find groundedness within this time. Just know that don't let these things get you like too down, because all of this is an energy game. And I know, like, I'm usually the person who's like real chill about shit, but like it kind of like starts to make you feel a type of way when you see people cry because the homes that they had to work for are literally being taken away from them. If you're somebody who's struggling, or somebody who's connected to somebody who's struggling during these times, like with the California wildfires and basically, all of that stuff, because that's exactly why they want to ban TikTok. TikTok isn't ruled by them. It's not ran by them. So the information that's coming out on TikTok isn't manipulated or it's not censored. That's why.
It's real people who's actually really going through it in real time, sharing their experience across TikToks, and actual people who know a lot of information that we probably didn't know, that's sharing more information on TikTok.
They want to be on TikTok. And I feel like TikTok is the reason why a lot of people woke up. I woke up before I started TikTok, but a lot of people are waking up because of TikTok, because the content creators that they like, basically, the information that they got from TikTok is basically what made sense to them. So stay prayed up. So yeah, I would have came on here way before when, but I got sick earlier last week, in the middle of last week, so I couldn't do anything. I barely even could move out my bed. But I hope and I pray that if you meditate. If you have a Bible, read that, get grounded in your spiritual practice right now. If you have to take a break off of social media, or even like step back and take a break from life in general, do that, because nothing is ever going to be good until you're good. Basically, the show doesn't start without you, so you have to make sure that you're good. Okay.